Hey everyone, Dan Bernard here with another tutorial, and today I'm going to be continuing my Adobe Audition Basics series talking about cursor controls. Now, cursor controls might be a phrase that you're not super familiar with. You're not going to find any information about cursor controls up here in the drop-down menus. A great way to think about cursor controls is like keyboard shortcuts without touching your keyboard. It just depends on where you put your mouse within the clip. So knowing what tools are available to you just by mousing over certain areas of your clip and knowing exactly what they do can really save you a lot of time. So for example here, I'm in multi-track view and I'm just wanting to make some edits to this piece of audio here. So if I hit keyboard shortcut C to bring up my razor tool, let's say I want to make an edit here, and I'll get rid of that piece and I want to kind of fade these together. So it sounds something like this.
For more information on Wave Brigade, go to rthstudios.com.
Let's say that I want a little more of a rest here between these two clips. So I need to make a little room. Now, rather than just having blank space, I want to retain that room tone. So I'll use my cursor controls to navigate over to the end of this clip, and you'll see here my cursor will change into something completely different. Now what this means is whenever I click and hold and then drag, I'm actually given the ability to move the edit point of the clip, and this works for both the beginning and end.
For more information on Wave Brigade, go to rthstudios.com.
See, now that sounds a lot more natural, and I didn't have to do anything special like switch tools or manipulate any of the options in the drop-down menus. I just used my mouse to do that. Another cursor control that I use quite a bit is the ability to manipulate the speed of a clip or to stretch a clip. And if I move my mouse up to the upper corner here, you'll see that my cursor turns into a left and right arrow with a stopwatch underneath it. And from there I can click, drag, and you'll see that the percentage goes up. And that means that the clip is actually slowing down, the speed at which this clip is slowing down. So right now it is 186% slower. So if I play this clip,
go to rthstudios.com.
You see it just sounds like I drank a gallon of tequila. By the way, just so you know, I really feel like 170% is perfect drunk talk. So that's free.
Go to rthstudios.com.
Oh yeah, way for schnickered there. So that option's nice. If you really need to speed up a piece of audio too, you can go the other way and reduce the amount of time it takes for a clip to play all the way through, like this.
Go to rthstudios.com.
So that's nice if you have a long piece of dialogue you want to throw in at the end, like a, I don't know, used car commercial or something, to get all that intricate detail in that you have to say, but you don't really want anyone to hear. That's how they do that. Another useful cursor control that I use is the ability to add keyframes to the volume and the pan lines. So again, just by mousing over this area, you'll see that my cursor goes from the normal arrow to the arrow with a plus sign or the arrow with a backslash. And the plus sign arrow means that I can now add keyframes to the volume line. And I can add as many as I want and then go back and increase or decrease the volume depending on where that keyframe is placed. And if I want it to come back up right here, I can add another one and bring it way back up. And you can get pretty crazy. You can get pretty complicated with this. I generally don't use this a lot, but the option is available if you choose to use it. Let's have a listen now with these new volume keyframes added in.
For more information on Wave Brigade,
so that's how you use cursor controls to manipulate keyframes within the volume line. If you decide that you hate it, you don't want to have anything to do with that anymore, you can right click on a keyframe, click select all keyframes, and then right click again and say delete selected keyframes, and that will reset your volume line back to the default setting, which is 0. And in the same way, you can adjust the pan by clicking on areas within the pan line, adding keyframes, and now you can pan either to the right by dragging down or to the left by dragging up. And if your master output or mix down is going to be in a stereo mix, those effects will be very evident. And the last cursor control that I want to highlight, which I probably use the most, is the fades. Now, this is something that you can do from the drop-down menu. You can go up to Clip, go to Fade In, add a fade in or a fade out, add a fade out, do it that way. Or you can just grab these little fade in and fade out icons on either end of your edit and then just drag it in. And now you quickly have fades. And you can also manipulate how that fade works by clicking and dragging and either moving up or down to just change the way that the fade operates. And that's totally up to you on how to manipulate that. So I hope this quick tutorial gives you a better understanding of the wide variety of tools and options available to you simply by mousing over different parts of your clips. Hopefully that gives you all new avenues and new options on how to get your project done quickly. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, or if you want me to cover something specific in the future, or if you have questions about anything I covered here in this tutorial, please leave them in the comment section below. And if you want to stay up to speed on future Adobe Audition basics, as well as any other audio post-production tutorials, hit that subscribe button. Once again, my name is Dan Bernard, and thanks for stopping by.